It all started with a question I wasn't even supposed to ask. A biology class, a textbook, a line about menstruation. One hand raised in curiosity and silence from the rest of the room. Not because the answer wasn't known, but because the question wasn't meant for me. That moment never left me. Not because I was embarrassed, but because I was angry. Something so biological, so basic, was shrouded in so much shame. Hey, I'm Rochan. I'm a student. I'm a son. I'm a dreamer. And I'm a boy hosting a podcast for women. Weird, maybe. Unusual, definitely. Necessary, absolutely. Because this isn't about me. It's about a world that has far too long been designed without listening to half its population. It's about the millions of stories that have remained untold because the mic was never handed over, or worse, snatched away. It's about hell, but it's also about humanity. So, welcome, really welcome to Her Health Hub. This is not just a podcast, this is a space, a global space for stories, for questions, for healing. Not just from India, not just from Pakistan, from Chile to Nigeria, from Tokyo to Tunis. Wherever there's a woman, there's a story worth hearing. And sometimes it takes someone outside the room to build a new one altogether. You see, I'm not here to speak for anyone. I'm here to listen, to hold the space, to open the door. We created Her Health Hub not because we have all the answers, but because I know how powerful it is to even ask the right questions. Why are women's bodies still taboo in textbooks? Why are pain and mental health dismissed as overreacting? Why are reproductive rights still debated like they're privileges? These are not regional problems, they are global patterns, wrapped in different clothing, different languages, and different laws. And they deserve global conversations. Let me take you to a small town in Uganda where a 15-year-old girl had to drop out of school because she didn't have access to sanitary pads. Now fly with me to Poland, where abortion laws have sparked street protests for years. Come with me to Seoul, where beauty standards feed into body dysmorphia and health risks. And yes, return to India and Pakistan, where even saying the word vagina in public invites raised eyebrows. These aren't isolated, they are mirrors of one another, and behind each one is a person with pain, with pride, with power. We didn't create Her Health Hub to be the voice. We created it because I couldn't stay silent. Being a boy doesn't disqualify me. It makes me accountable. It makes me responsible to unlearn, to ask, to stand beside, not above. I've had to break my own assumptions, like thinking menstrual health was just a girl thing, or believing that body image pressures didn't affect mental health. I've had to sit with discomfort and learn, and now I want you to come sit with me too. So what can you expect from Her Health Hub? You can expect honesty. We're going to talk about PCOS, yes, but we're also going to talk about grief, about shame, about sexuality. We'll talk about hormones, but also heartache, nutrition, and the narratives around food, periods, and the power they hold in silence. We'll break down complex issues with real-world stories, sometimes emotional, sometimes awkward, but always real. And Yes, you. Whether you're listening from a dorm room in Milana or a cafe in Lagos, whether you're 14 or 40, this space is yours. There's something radical about simply listening, and something even more radical about believing what you hear. So let's start in believing women, not just in their pain, but in their resilience, their wisdom, and their wit. Because Her Health Hub isn't about recircling anyone, it's about remembering that women don't need saving. They need systems that lead to listening, and they need people who care. Now, you might be wondering, how can boy really do justice to this space? That's a fair question. One I ask to myself every day. The answer: I don't try to lead, I try to listen. I bring in research, I bring in stories from trusted sources. I bring in my learning as I grow, my stumbles, and try again. Even every episode is an invitation, not just for women to feel seen, but for others like me to see better. So today, let this be the start of something more than just a podcast. Let this be a movement of microphones, handed back, turned up. Let it be a map of all the things we've never said about aloud, finally stitched together. No performative activism, no filters, just raw, beautiful truth. And in the next episodes, we'll dive deeper into mental health from a gendered lens, into reproductive right, into cultural myths, into the languages we use for our bodies and the silence we use instead. But for today, I just want to thank you. Thank you for showing up, for pressing play. Because maybe, just maybe, the world needs changes. Changes from people who don't have to care, but changes from people who care as well. I'll end with this. To the girl who was told to lower her voice, raise it. To the boy who's afraid to speak up, start now. To the person who doesn't know where they belong, this space was made for you. This is Her Health Hub, and this is just the beginning.